Nathan, did you know that last year Nissan sold 200,000 Sentras? It's in fact the third most popular selling Nissan in America after the Rogue and the Altima. Now, 3 years into its life cycle of the 7th generation, they've refreshed it. Question is, have they done enough?
That's a really good question, because if you look at the vehicle that we're standing in front of, it has a revised suspension, it has pretty much a new exterior, a lot of revisions, and then a new interior, and it's quieter. And the question is it enough?
Only one way to find out. Let's take it for a ride.
Who thought this was going to be a sea adventure?
We interrupt this normal TFL review to take a ferry boat, Nathan.
That's right, it's now TFL boat. Or the Fastlane boat? Yeah, the Fastlane boat.
How about TFL ferry? Nah, that's not good.
Behold, basically the same engine that it had last year, the 1.8 liter 4-cylinder engine. Now this one puts out 130 horsepower and 128 pound-feet of torque, and it's hooked up to a continuously variable transmission, but it is a 3rd generation D-step. It's supposed to be a little bit better, and we're going to find out about that.
Do you know that since 1982, Nissan has built 4 million Sentras?
That's a huge number.
That is a huge number. And in the last 10 years, Nissan is very proud of the fact that they've done a study and 93% of them are still on the road.
That's impressive as well.
Over the last 10 years.
Over the last 10 years, yes.
Now this new Sentra has 20% new parts.
Yeah, over 550 new components on this vehicle, or revised components.
So those are the numbers, but what does that mean when you actually get behind the wheel?
Well, I can tell you a couple things. First of all, this is a quieter vehicle. Right off the bat, you and I both agree this is less rattly than the one that preceded it. They've really gone through a lot of work to make it quieter. We're about to experience whether or not the suspension feels as good as they say it feels.
Right up the hill.
Starting from the back, yes indeed, it actually is revised and looks a little bit different. But here's where the big stuff is. Now first of all, new 16 and 17-inch wheels. But this is where all the changes really come out. And we have the boomerang style headlights with new LEDs, and the entire front fascia, including the headlights, really look a lot like the Altima and the Maxima. Family resemblance. Nissan really wants you to know that this area here, the hood, the way this has all been styled, well, it was very difficult to do. And all of this crafts to a very aerodynamic and beautiful flow, according to them. Actually, you know what? It's not that bad looking.
Hey Nathan, doesn't sound that powerful, does it? No GTR there.
No, but at least it lets me rev really high.
So it's 130-ish horsepower at sea level. What do you think?
Yeah, it feels like it. I mean, we are pretty much at sea level too. I mean, we quite literally are on the ocean.
Yeah,
so
hang it right here. This will take us down to the ocean. It's pretty cool.
Sweet.
Yeah. I mean, we're from Colorado, so whenever we get down to sea level, every car feels fast.
Yeah, it does.
Inside, the Sentra has also been revised. First and foremost is this Z-inspired steering wheel, but the real changes you can't see, and those are in technology. You have now blind spot monitoring, optional cross-traffic alert with emergency braking, and of course proximity-based cruise control. All this stuff has filtered down from the more expensive vehicle to this class of car, and you have to do that nowadays to compete.
The interior is much better. It's still very simple, but the materials, all the gaps, much better than it was.
New shifter, new fabric.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. It's nice and big, and you know, almost makes you feel like you actually have something going on with the transmission. But
new front console, new 6-way power seat driver's side.
Yeah. Let's see if I can get this thing to go any lower. Nope, that's as low as it goes.
Yeah.
I mean, I have enough room. It's just when I was getting in and out of the vehicle, I was whacking my head. And
Mine is manual.
Yeah, yours is manual, and yours doesn't go down.
No, it doesn't.
Seat cushions are decent. Overall feel of the interior is definitely higher than it was. This one has the optional heated seats.
If you don't live in America, you may know this as the Sunny or the Sylphy. But here in America, it competes with the most popular selling cars in the country, including the Toyota Corolla, the Honda Civic, and the Hyundai Elantra.
In terms of gas mileage, 29 miles per gallon city, 38 miles per gallon highway for a combined 32 miles per gallon.
Hey Nathan, that Sentra that's in front of us,
Yeah.
that color is I think called Blue Pearl. It's the same color as a GTR.
Yeah, I think they actually have that available on the Nissan Altima too when we were testing it.
Yeah, it's a new color for the Sentra though. Which one do you like better? Do you like the blue or do you like the red?
I'd be liking the red. Best. It's kind of cool. I mean, I didn't expect to go on the water while we were here.
You get tired of going back and forth?
No, we only do it 70 times a shift.
70 times a shift.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's fun. It's good.
Have you ever hit an iceberg?
No.
Nathan, what they didn't do, of course, is increase the wheelbase or the length or width of this car. And it's a little tight.
Yeah, leg room isn't so bad, but headroom, now both you and I are well over 6 feet, and I'm hitting my head.
Yeah, I'm hitting my head too, yeah. It's tight back here. And you know, this class of car, especially with the new Civic, has gotten much bigger.
Yeah, you want to hear the crazy thing?
Yeah.
The Versa actually has a little bit more legroom than this, which is kind of nuts. But there's something to remember. It does have a 15.1 cubic foot trunk, which is huge. So you got a lot of trunk space. If you look at the vehicles it competes against, it's now in this bigger than small size car segment.
The new Civic is enormous.
Yeah,
They've taken it up another size, and they've really taken it up another notch in terms of quality. Right now, this really does have the old normally aspirated powertrain. It's not direct injected.
No, it's not. It's not turbo either.
It's not turbo, right?
Right.
And Honda now has turbocharging. They have, well, they also have the CVT.
Yeah.
The Japanese seem to love their CVTs.
The Toyota Corolla, which competes directly with this vehicle, is also based on older technology that they've sort of freshened up and thrown makeup on and made it look a little bit better. The interior is much better in the Corolla than it used to be. But all of those vehicles, all of the ones we're referring to, are in this new bracket that basically comes up to about $20,000.
Yeah, so, you know, we started this review by saying, have they done enough? And I think in terms of their value proposition, they probably have done enough.
Yeah, I think there's so much you can get for the money. I have the prices here. So if you get the base model, which has a manual transmission option, it is $16,780. Then if you go all the way up to the SL model, it is $22,170. So, you know, that's a lot of car for the money.
Yeah, we started this review by saying, has Nissan done enough to keep this competitive? And I think in terms of technology, and certainly in terms of styling and value, they have. But
in terms of overall performance, power, everything else that competes against vehicles like the Honda Civic, I think that they're just under that mark. So it's a little bit of a mix.
And if you guys are interested in this, guess what? It's already available at the Nissan dealership. As always,
This is Nathan.
and Roman saying thanks for watching, and check out tflcar.com for more news, views.
And real world reviews.
All right, see you next time. We got to go to the beach, man.
Oh, hell yeah.
Meet the brand spanking new Buick Cascada, and Cascada in Spanish means waterfall. And to be honest, it's not all that new. It's been around in Europe as an Opel for a number of years, but Buick flew me down here to beautiful Miami to drive this all the way down to Key West. So let's take a drive and see how Buick has tuned this European Opel into an American four-seater convertible.